from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am live on Monday night for my regular 7 o'clock video. And this week it's kind of like a bonus Monday in the month. And so I have a card kit to share with you, something nice and easy for the end of a pretty hard Monday. So hopefully I am live on all the places. I'm hoping that I'm on Facebook and on YouTube. Now let's see here. It does say again, except Facebook. Why does it say that? Okay, well, hopefully I am live in all the places. And if people are finding me and popping on, I'd love it if you could leave some comments in the chat. Let me know that you're here and let me know how the sound is and stuff like that. Right now, I don't see anybody joining, so I'm just going to take a moment and give people a chance to pop on. And also, I'm going to take a quick peek over at Facebook and see what's happening on my page there, and hopefully I'm there. All right, so let's just see if I can find myself over there. Hopefully. All right. I see that I have plans to go live, but it doesn't show me as being live. Live video hasn't started. Except that it has. So, what is going on and why can't I show on Facebook? So strange. All right. Well, it does say that there's, that's probably me trying to get on and view. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody else. If you're here and chat and watching, can you put a comment in? Let me know that you're here. Let me know how the sound is. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So I am, now that I see, I see 4 now. So now that I see there's a bunch of you on, I am going to get started. So I'm going to switch to just my desktop and we'll go from there. So let's see if I can figure out how to do that. And now hopefully, let's see if I can get the sound right here. Okay. Nope, I still have an echo. Let's see. Right, how is that now? I've muted my desktop, so hopefully the only sound coming in is the sound through my phone, and hopefully it's not echoey for you guys. Right, I seem to have lost everyone. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see. All right, I'm going to do one more check. So it says it hasn't started. Interesting. Let's do one more look here. Okay, I'm really sure, not sure why it keeps doing this to me. This is the second time. First time I did this, it worked no problem to stream to both, and now I seem to be having nothing but trouble streaming to YouTube and Facebook. Interesting. Okay, it does say share stream. Copy stream link. Open a new tab. And I'm just going to double check. I'm not on my personal page. Okay, that's good. Well, I'm not really sure what is going on with this then. So sorry for anybody who might be watching and kind of waiting for me to get started. It's very interesting to me why I have it listed as a live video, but it says go live to start the event while I am live. Interesting. And let's see. I'm not really sure why this won't go live. It's got all the things in place and it's just not doing it. All right, well, I'm hoping that the sound is good. Maybe I should pop over to YouTube and just check that. So sorry. YouTube and just see what is happening there and if I am live there or not. My channel live. Okay, so it shows that I'm live. And all right, I can see my desktop here. All right, well, I guess that's gonna have to be good enough, and I'm gonna have to really work on this whole Facebook thing. So weird. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me and we're all good to go in that regard. So this is the Lots to Love card kit. It is just the sweetest little card kit. There's no stamping in this one. It's just some really beautiful cards. So I thought this one was perfect because each month I do send out cards to my team. I send them out to say hi, I send them out to thank them for things, congratulate them on things. And yeah, so I thought these ones would be beautiful, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. Just a quick little way to say I'm thinking of you. So here we go. The one thing these kits don't come with is a pair of scissors. And so I always like to have one on hand, even just for getting into the kit. But aside from that, everything you need comes in the kits. You get adhesives, embellishments, like all the things. So here we go. We have some gorgeous envelopes in this one. They're like textured, almost like a super thick crepe paper. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, beautifully textured envelopes. And then we have our card bases. So you get enough stuff in here to make 3 of each card design. And so we've got these 3 beautiful bases. They kind of have like an antiquing to them. So they're a little bit aged along the edges. And yeah, they're just beautiful. So I'm just going to grab one of those. I'm just going to make 1 of each of our cards today. So we've got that base. We have got a lot of adhesive here, and these are cool. They're like long strips of dimensionals, basically. So those are kind of fun. I'm going to set that to the side. Then we have our second card base, which is the fun little flowers here. And so we get 3 of those. We have a whole bunch of different flowers here. So 3 different packets. So I'm just going to keep 1 of those. And then we have all of our sentiments. And so our sentiments come in many different languages. We have hello, danke, merci, bonjour, hello. So lots and lots of different things going on here. And so we have 3 sets of those. And what I love about this is that, you know, then you've got sentiments in other languages, so you can make cards for different people that you might know, or if you sell at craft fairs, it's always kind of fun to have like a box of French cards and box of German cards and stuff like that. So super fun in that way. And then we have our third card base. And so all of them have kind of that antiquing to them. And then we have our layers, and these layers are all like super textured and have like that crepe paper look to them as well. So really nice that way. All right, I am a little bit concerned that I still have 0 views. I'm hoping that that doesn't mean that my sound is atrocious. So I'm going to grab one of each of these and put the others off to the side. We've got a whole bunch of flowers there. One of each of these. So all of these have that same kind of crepe paper look to them, and some beautiful fun cuttings into them. All right, and there's our cardboard base, and then underneath that cardboard base is our instructions. So we always have a set of instructions, and it shows us what our cards actually look like when they're completed. Okay, so I am going to open up those instructions and we will get started. So our first card uses this beautiful base. Now, oftentimes I will kind of cut up my bases, but the back of this is just kind of a plain white anyways, so I don't really feel any need to do that. All right, so we've got that. And then it's asking us to take this large layer. Now you want the nice crepe paper side showing, so we're going to flip it over. And we're going to take these awesome pieces of adhesive, and we are going to put a strip right across the top, the bottom, and one on each side. All right, so here we go, top, bottom, one on each side. Now, I think this kit's really cool because the sentiments are pre-done. It makes it super easy. This is like a total no stress card kit, which I really love, especially after a long day at work. It's nice to come home, do some crafting, and just kind of be able to do it, accomplish a whole bunch, and not really have to think too hard. Sometimes crafting can be a lot of thinking. All right, so we're going to take this layer, and oh, I should have double checked this beforehand. Okay, yeah, it fully covers our card front. So no borders, no gaps. So I actually think that the best way to do this is to go down like that. All right, because the one with the hole in the middle kind of can scooch around on you. It's a little less stable. No, that wasn't very straight. All right, now luckily I haven't pushed this down, so it's very easy to pick it up and reposition it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to fully reposition that. Maybe I will go this way. All right. This is not actually as easy as I thought it would be. There we go. Okay, so now that is fully on my card front. I think for my next ones, I'll only peel off one adhesive strip. I'll line it all up and then peel them off. I think that's going to be a better plan, but we'll give it a shot. All right, now the next thing we need is our piece here that has all of the flowers. And we're literally going to use, it looks like, almost all of these flowers. So we need the red one, we need the orange one, we need a set of green leaves, the other set of green leaves, the small leaf, and the small purple flowers. All right, so we're leaving these 3 longer, kind of feathery ones. And each of these is going to get a mini dimensional on the back, which we have our mini dimensionals here in our little case. We're going to need our embellishments as well. Oh, and we get glue dots. Fantastic. Lots of adhesives in this one. All right, so for these, we need our mini glue dots. So it shows us flipping these over, and just putting a mini glue dot in the center of that flower, the center of that one, and on the backs of both of these leaves. There we go. The backs of both of these leaves. And on this one, we just do one little glue dot or not glue dot, mini dimensional. And then on these flowers, it's showing us just doing one of the flowers. Okay, so lots and lots of mini dimensionals there. And then also our sentiment, they're suggesting the thanks lots and lots. Now this one is going to be partially put on with a dimensional and partially put on with a mini glue dot because it's going to overlap. So when you flip it over and you've got it backwards, we're going to put a dimensional on the left hand side, which when you turn it around, it's actually kind of behind the S on our thanks. And then we're going to put a mini glue dot on the other side. All right, so there we go. So we've got all of those pieces all prepped, and now we're basically color matching here. We're going to take each flower and put it over top of its appropriately colored shadow. Okay, so this is kind of like just playing matchy-matchy now. Find the shape, find the color, and put it down. All right. And like that. Maybe not. I'm not sure with this one. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. I was a little confused there for a moment, but got that. And then our leaves, again, you can kind of even offset them and just put them down on there. And then these ones can even kind of hang over our frame. Okay, just like that. And these ones go up here. And again, kind of hang over our frame. I think I peeled the backing off of that one. There we go. All right. And now for our sentiment. I'll peel those backings off. And when we put this one down, we're going to put it down kind of off to the side here. Just like that. And then we use our embellishments and we put dots in the centers of our flowers. So we use the large ones for our two larger flowers. And then we're going to use two smaller ones for our two smaller flowers. It's amazing how that kind of just finishes the look. I love it. Okay, there we go. And so that is our first card completed. Yeah, so really kind of quick and easy. I'm going to try that trick for the front panel on my second card and see if that helps for lining it up at all, making it a little less scary. And that is our first card in the Lots to Love card kit. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, so we'll put that one to the side. And our second card, I do see that there's two people on with me now. If you wanted to comment, let me know how the sound is. I wasn't really sure about how my sound was doing. That would be lovely to know. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully there's no screeching weird noises in the background. All right, so we've got this piece. We're going to do the 4-panel front on here. And again, we're just doing 4 strips of adhesive, but this time I'm not going to take all the backings off, and we'll see if that helps. Okay. All right. So we're going to come in here, do it like that. that. Like that. All right, so now I think that the tip and trick to this one is we're only going to take one panel off. We're going to take the rest of this and, oops, don't let that touch. And I'm going to kind of stack it on the ground and line it up and then let that go into place. Now that I've got that in place, I can come in, I can peel off the other 3 backings and let this all just lay down. And it's going to be the perfect card front. So that was definitely easier doing it that way. So I'll show you that again when we do our 3rd card. All right, so for this one, we are going to use a whole bunch of the white flowers that we received. So we've got all these white flowers, and it looks like we've got a few different configurations here. So I'm gonna have to figure out. Oh, we've just got 2 different configurations. Okay, good. We've got the three bundle and the 2 bundle, and they're all the same. So I just going to need 2 of the 3 bundles and 2 of the 2 bundles, and then that leaves me enough for my other cards. So I'm going to put those off to the side. So with that done, we are using mini dimensionals on these. So I'm going to just take a look at them, find the correct side. So one side kind of almost looks like it's burnt. That's the back side. So when we have the 2 flowers, we're putting a mini dimensional on the back of each of our flowers. And on our 3 flowers, we're putting them on the back of the 2, well, the 1 large and then one of the smaller ones. All right. So double mini dimensionals. Oh, come on. Okay, oh my goodness. Sticky. There we go. So we've got those. And then the sentiment that they're suggesting for this one says, "Hello, dear friend." Okay. So for this one, they are suggesting that we just use 2 mini dimensionals on here. So just like that and like that. Okay, now you can kind of see where these flowers go based on the images that we've got here. So my double flower goes over top of my double flower, and my triple goes over my triple. Kind of just a little matching game. And my goodness, these are sweet. So sweet. Okay. There we go again. And last one. Now we're going to take our sentiment, and basically it just goes right there. So you can feel if your dimensionals are in the right spot or not. The other thing you could do is you could just actually put your dimensionals straight onto your card front and then set your sentiment down on top of them. All right, and we're just going to put that right in the middle, just like that. And then we get to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10 of the little yellow pieces. And you probably figured it out, but they go in the centers of all of the flowers. Now I am using my fingernails and picking these up and placing them. Another tool that you can use when you're doing anything with these little kinds of bits is grab, oh, where did mine go? Grab your take a pick tool, and that can sometimes help. So grab your take a pick tool, and we just come in here. You can pick them up and place them. That was not done so smoothly, but there we go. I forgot one up above. All right, so you can just get that tip underneath, and then you can use it for placing. There we go. Yeah, sometimes these can be a bit tricky to pick up and get in the right spot, especially if you've got nails and stuff like that. I'm lucky. I have enough nail to pick up pieces, but not so much that it gets in the way. But even so, these ones are fairly rounded, and so I do find that they can be a little bit tricky to hold on to. Okay. And one more. And there we go. And voila, there is card number 2 all done. And it's so sweet. Love it. All right, now card number 3 uses this backing, or card base rather. So we're going to fold that. And then we have this front panel. Now for this one, they just have us actually doing a strip on the top. Actually, 2 of them on the top and 1 on the bottom. Interesting. Okay, so again though, I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the backing off of one of them before I go ahead and do the other. So one of them here and one of them here. Okay, so I am going to take the backing off. So I've only taken the backing off of one of them, and then I'm going to kind of stand this up, line it up side to side, and then let that fall in place. And now I'm going to come in here and take those 2 off and line that up. So that really makes it quite simple. All right, so with that done, we have got our last 3 pieces here. So we've got these 3 leaves, and they do have kind of that little circle at the base, and that's where we're going to be putting our adhesive. Well, some of our adhesive. We are going to put looks like a mini dimensional there. All right. So 1, 2, and number 3. Let's keep popping this out. Be a little careful with these ones. They seem a little more flimsy than the other ones. And then we're going to flip all of these over to the white side and grab our mini dimensionals. So each one gets a mini dimensional along the bottom on that little circle. And then we've got different directions here. So this guy that has a top and a bottom leaf and kind of 2 middle leaves, we're going to put a mini dimensional on the top leaf and on the bottom right hand leaf. Then we've got one that's kind of got 2 side leaves and 2 upper leaves. We're going to put one on the bottom left, one on the top right, and then finally this little guy that's got kind of 1 off to the bottom and then 3 up the top. We're just going to do the left and the right at the top. Okay, so that's how we're going to put these on. And then we color match. So peel off those 3 backings. And when we put this down, our little ball here is going to go underneath. And that's why we only put 1 strip. You know what? I might not even pull the backings off of these ones that are going underneath. We want them for height, not necessarily for like attaching. So if you keep the backing on those ones, then it'll slide under nicely, and we can attach it in place just with our top pieces. There we go. So there's one. So again, I'm not going to take that backing off the bottom one. We only need it for height, not for anything else. Okay, so then that just slides under so nicely when it doesn't have that stickiness. And finally, this little guy. And we're going to slide him under and pop him on. There we go. So there's our kind of leaves and everything. And then our last sentiment is so excited for you. Super contente pour toi. Also works nicely in French. Now this one, they are suggesting putting mini glue dots and mini dimensionals on the backs of this piece. However, when I look at where I'm going to place this, I think I would prefer, personally, to put my mini glue dots on my card. So I'm going to put one on this leaf that has no pop-up leaf on it, and then a cross on this one. Okay, and then I'm going to put my mini glue dots right on my card front. On those center panels, so just kind of keep in line. And so that's where my sentiment's going to go, is across there. And now I'll peel all these backings off and I'll lay my sentiment down on top of those adhesives. So to me, that's just going to be easier and make sure that I get them exactly where I want them. And then I'll come in here and make sure I'm covering all those adhesives. And that is our third card finished, and this one has no yellow embellishments on it. So I'm just going to bring those cards back in. Now I have more sheets of sentiment, so I can make 3 more cards in English if I want, or I can go ahead and make my last cards in French and Dutch. So that's kind of cool. I really like that I have that option to make all 9 cards using 3 languages, or to go ahead and make them all in 1 language. So that is our video for this Monday night. It's the Lots to Love kit. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. And oh, I also hope that I'm not screeching here, because I think that is hopefully that's muted. I'm not sure. All right, so hopefully it's not making crazy noises, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to go and check out the replay and check out what's going on with Facebook, and see if I can figure out this whole Facebook thing tonight. All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you live next Monday. Next Monday is the first Monday of the month, February 2nd, so I will have a card class to go for you, and it's going to be an awesome one. Some beautiful cards with some new stamp sets. So take care, everyone. We'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.